All right, so this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a world champion.
Sometimes you get there, Johnny, you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve it. He feels like all the improvements were made. And tonight, he's the best featherweight the UFC has.
And it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger. And I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. All right, so we get another look tonight at the great Yair Rodriguez, DC. It's hard to remember a fighter being as hyped as Rodriguez was when he made his UFC debut at UFC 180 back in 2014, and for my money, he has largely lived up to that.
Yeah, he's lived up to expectation. I remember when we met Yair on The Ultimate Fight in Latin America, right away you understood that there was a star quality about this kid, but also an ability to just be free inside of the octagon, and it shows in his performances. The knockout of the Korean Zombie will stand the test of time because it was one of the greatest fights you had ever seen. And Yair and his toughness allowed him to go and find that knockout with very short time left on the clock.
At 26 years of age, that highlight that he produced, one of the best in UFC history. We'll see if he can follow it up with another win here tonight. Yair Rodriguez has stepped inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the California Kid, Urijah Faber. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, Yair Rodriguez.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
Well, you want to talk about a guy who's already put together an amazing highlight reel. Here is the Mexican phenom, Yair Rodriguez. You may remember that flying head kick knockout of Andre Fili, stopped the legend BJ Penn early in 2017. Superstardom, the buzzword for Yair Rodriguez. We will see if this young man can keep it going tonight. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely. Getting them out here. Great job finding his shots from the top position. Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position. Oh, it's getting deep. Oh, it's getting deep. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back out.
All right, close guard now. You gotta be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his belt. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage. He's got to be careful here.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from...
Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attack. Oh, looks like he's got that arm pin in the triangle now.
Great job maintaining position over submission. Very smart. Great fight IQ.
Rodriguez getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Another ground and pound strike gets home. Faber's right back to the full mount.
Oh, nice right hand by Michelle. Yeah. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back.
Massive shot from the top.
He is really doing a nice job with his head movement here defensively on the ground to avoid further punishments.
He isn't waiting until his opponent throws. He's being proactive. And when his opponent throws, he's already moving, so he's missing it.
All right, a lot of tremendous striking action in that last round, DC. I know you don't have a telestrator, but take us through the replay.
I mean, I would love to have my telestrator right now. That was a great display of high-level mixed martial arts striking. Both combatants stood toe-to-toe and let it all hang out.
All right, so there's the end of the round. We had a big submission attempt there midway through, but largely the submission defense held it.
It wasn't tight. We thought the fight was over. But stayed patient, stayed calm, relaxed, and found his way out of that deep submission.
Oh, nice punishing kick to the body. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Left hook to the head.
I mean, over and over, he's taking these strikes to the head. Oh, nice.
Nice land there by Yair Rodriguez, DC. There are so many different layers and dynamic strikes in the arsenal of Yair Rodriguez. The opposition just never knows what's coming. All right, working inside the closed guard now.
Now he's going full mount.
Oh, good ground and pound here. Another ground and pound strike lands.
Man, great job finding a way out, finding an escape to get back to your feet.
Rodriguez gets caught by that straight punch. You got to do better than that defensively.
Lands a huge flying knee. The reach advantage has proven so beneficial. Another punch.
Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. That's a right hand.
Just over 2 minutes now to go in round two. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two.
Lands a solid kick right there.
Yair Rodriguez closing the distance now, DC. You can just tell he's starting to gain some veteran chops now with several years on this UFC roster. Faber able to secure the takedown there.
Another big takedown.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. We've seen you go to this a couple times, no?
This is one of my favorite techniques. I got Volkan Ozdemir here, and I just landed punch after punch after punch. They didn't have to be hard, but if you can land 30, 40 strikes in a row, the referee will have no choice but to finish the fight.
Oh, that one looks really tight, DC. Oh, that's got to be it. Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, and submission defense wins this transition.
A lot of top pressure being applied here, and the horn sounds on round 2. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready? You ready?
Good. Here we go, 3rd round of this championship fight. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Well, that is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. He went high on that one.
And blocks the shot there.
There's a level change, yes.
Rodriguez gets up. He is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Oh, Superman punches through.
Big shot lands for both guys.
Faber gets hit with a kick here. That one landed flush. Let's see if he can make some adjustments.
Another big takedown.
Faber's in half guard. Oh, he's trying to pin that arm in the triangle now. Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
Needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes. Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Rodriguez gets back up. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Well, not sure if he's lighter on his feet or what it is, but these last couple of rounds, he's been far more aggressive. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. He's hurting him bad, man. That right hook is nasty.
Well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Nice job by Faber defensively there. Final seconds of round 3. High kick landed for him there. All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go with our 4th round of a possible 5, and a lot of fighters change up their training camp when they're fighting 5 rounds versus 3.
Yeah, you gotta change it up. You have to mix things up because fighting for an extra 10 minutes is not normal. Guys don't do this normally. It's a 15-minute fight, so you have to do things physically and also mentally to make sure that you're ready to go that extra 10 minutes.
Lands another beautiful strike to the body, really starting to connect at will when it comes to working the body, and especially effective doing it later in this fight. Didn't see a lot of that from him in the early rounds. Oh, he's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Whiffs on the right hand.
Really bad. Oh, nice headlock.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent.
Oh, and now he gives up on the submission.
He needs to shove the knees. Get his opponent's knee off of his belly so he can get to his feet.
Lands the grounded pound strike here. Man, the body work really starting to take its toll here. Obvious redness on that right side. Faber's right back to the full mount here. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Oh, big elbow. Postures up now and lands the vicious head strike.
And another one. Another strike from the top. Lands for him.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Faber. 1 minute now to go in round 4 of a possible 5.
Side control, work knee on belly, go to full mount. Work it, let's go.
Faber's back in full mount.
Now he's got a good body position, yup.
10 seconds to go in the round. Well, he's got his back now. Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4, 20 minutes in the books. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out into the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Few things in MMA more devastating than a head kick, and nearly produced a knockout for him there.
We talked to him earlier in the week, and he talked about chances to take the kicks high. He got a chance, he took it, he landed that kick, and almost got the fight finished. Let's see if he can go and do that again.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
5th and final round. Well, fortunate that one didn't land to the head. The hook shot blocked by Rodriguez. Right on the button. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body, connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Switch kick to the body by Rodriguez. All right, so a knockdown for him in the previous round, and you can just see by his body language how confident he is in the striking round in this match.
And you can see his confidence in his posture. This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
Well, if you are a young striker, you could do a lot worse than watching this guy work on the feet, perhaps trying to set up another hook here.
Yes, he is. He's definitely trying to set up another hook. You can tell by his eyes. He's taking peeks. He's sneaking looks at where he needs his opponent to be in order to land that shot.
Rodriguez's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it. Man, this is wild. These guys are both throwing everything with fight-ending intentions. Just misses there with the left. All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those submission attempts, I would think.
You got to keep going. You got to start throwing up submission attempt after submission attempt and hope that something's free for you to latch on.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the fight. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Oh, big left. 1 minute to go in the fight. Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure that...
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now. Oh, you hurt him again, bro.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
He has to evade, stay at space.
Oh, spinning back elbow right to the head. Could be in danger now.
And now it's
all-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce.
Go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 49-46, 48-47, and 49-46. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Yair El Pantera Rodriguez.
All right, so how about the effort out of Yair Rodriguez here tonight? This is a plus athlete. He's got a penchant for being flashy, no doubt about it, but he found a home for those kicks early.